Jury selection about to begin for a Bitterroot doctor charged with negligent homicide.
2 suspects in a gruesome Missoula double murder are accused of making weapons in jail.
And for the first time, an up-close look at the moment first responders came upon the devastating, deadly California fire.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and welcome to our Flathead Valley viewers. I'm Dennis Bray.
And I'm Jill Valley. The trial of a former Florence doctor facing hundreds of felony drug charges and accused of bringing about the deaths of 2 patients that overdosed opens tomorrow in Ravalli County.
Jury selection is finally getting underway more than 3 years after Dr. Chris Christensen's clinic was raided. In the spring of 2014, the Ravalli County Sheriff's Office led a multi-agency raid at Big Creek Family Medicine and Urgent Care after questions were raised over the way Dr. Chris Christensen was dispensing prescription drugs. The state subsequently suspended Christensen's medical license. However, when no formal charges were filed, the Montana Board of Medical Examiners moved to reinstate Christensen's license, only to withdraw it again after hearing evidence he'd gone back to writing prescriptions. When formal charges were filed after a lengthy investigation, Christensen was accused of negligent homicide for the death of 2 patients, a man in 2012 and another woman in 2013. Additionally, he's facing more felonies for those 2 deaths, criminal endangerment charges involving 9 other patients, and nearly 400 additional counts for distribution of dangerous drugs. Christensen had repeatedly fought the charges and complained about the cost of finding legal representation, saying he needed a court-appointed attorney. That argument was denied by Judge Jeffrey Langton, but it still resulted in a 1-year delay in the case. Now, jury selection is set to begin Thursday in Ravalli County District Court, with opening arguments expected on Monday. Judge Langton is expected to try and keep the hearing focused on the actual charges against Dr. Christensen and not the broader issue of prescription drug abuse.
The suspects in a gruesome double murder on Strand Avenue in Missoula are now accused of making weapons while in jail, threatening to kill jail staff, and refusing to comply with orders. In separate motions filed with Missoula County District Court, prosecutors say both Tiffany Pierce and Augusta Standing Rock are too dangerous to spend time in the detention facility's law library. Prosecutors listed several examples of both by having poor behavior, saying they caught Standing Rock multiple times with items modified to be used as a weapon, including pencils and the sharpened handle of a shower brush. Prosecutors say Pierce has also graphically threatened other inmates and detention staff while ignoring orders by deputies while in custody. They also expressed concerns about Pierce and Standing Rock appearing in person to their court appearances, saying they do present a security threat to those transport officers. Well, switching gears to weather, enjoy the nice day tomorrow because we have some changes in store for the weekend. Here is Erin Yost now with our first forecast. Erin.
Absolutely. Tomorrow's highs for west central southwest Montana expected to be above average, ranging from the mid 60s to the low 70s. Everybody, though, in western Montana will see highs in the 40s and 50s Friday into this upcoming weekend with some rain. Here's Hamilton today, our First Security Bank iCam. We have seen a couple of showers stream in across the northwest quarter of the state. Now, a lot of these will lift further to the northwest overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow, allowing for more of that clearing trend and warming trend to take place. Lincoln County, sorry about that. We will stay cloudy tomorrow with some of those rain showers before they spread in everywhere on Friday. Got all those details coming up in your full forecast.
Yesterday's big windstorm not only knocked out power and broke tree limbs, it brought Montana's fire season back to life.
Seems hard to believe, but MTN's Nicole Miller reports on 2 blazes which ignited overnight.
Smoke could be seen billowing above treetops near Foy's Lake Wednesday morning. The Deer Run fire, estimated at roughly 40 acres, is one of at least 8 reported fires following an extreme windstorm that swept through the region Tuesday.
The Deer Run fire is the only one that's on private property that's in the vicinity of structures, but there's been no evacuation orders and none of the structures are directly threatened.
All of the fires are being managed by a Type 3 incident command team. The team is composed of about 70 personnel, heavy equipment, and Type 2 helicopters.
Actively suppressing these fires is the #1 priority for fire managers, and they are strategizing here near the Foy's Lake fire where they've staged a camp.
Right now, their focus is the Deer Run fire.
With the weather forecasted coming in through the weekend with the precipitation, it really is going to stop the growth of these fires and let the firefighters get a good handle on getting containment lines around them.
The fires are believed to be human-caused from slash piles and debris burns that were started last week when conditions allowed.
If you're going to be debris burning, pile burning, be a little more cautious. Know that we have dry fuel conditions, and like yesterday's winds, if they do escape, make sure that you've got proper tools on hand, such as water, shovels, etc., so that you can contain it as quick as possible and call resources immediately.
Reporting in Kalispell, Nicole Miller, MTN News.
The NRC is asking people to minimize traffic in that area of Deer Run Fire on Foy's Lake to refrain from hiking Heron Park Trail, so firefighters have lots of room to work.
Confederated Salish Kootenai Tribal Fire Management Officer Ron Swaney says they responded to fires south of Big Arm and SKQ Dam. They were both fueled by these gusty winds too. Swaney says the Binger fire located near the Loon Lake area by Big Arm was sparked by a welder. It burned about 1,200 acres in tall grass and timber. Firefighters stopped the fire from reaching structures and got it under control quickly. The second fire is called the Urban Flats Fire. It was burning near the SKQ Dam along the west side of the Flathead River. Swaney says the cause of that 71-acre fire under investigation. He says fire crews were at the scene all day. He credits rural fire departments from across Lake County for their quick response and assistance in battling these fast-moving fires. Well, a lot of communities are getting together to talk about how they can best be prepared the next time we have a huge fire season. In fact, there was a community forum in Whitefish tonight to talk about it, and they went over a number of things people can do to help reduce the damage from fires in the future. One of them, which is what they talked about tonight specifically, was creating a fire-adapted community. Now, that's a community that adapts to the intense fire seasons that we are routinely seeing in the West. They talked about how homeowners can work all year to try to clean up areas around their homes to make sure it is ready the next time fires come calling.
When you have time to do the work around your home and your property, pull your papers together, make copies of important documents, this is a really good time to prepare for fire season. So we're talking fall and spring burn seasons.
Open burn season is going on right now until November 30th.
For the first time tonight, we're getting an up-close look at the firestorm that enveloped Northern California on the deadliest wildfires as they exploded in wine country. 42 people are now known to have died, 6,000 homes destroyed.
CBS reporter Adriana Diaz shows us what fire crews encountered when they were sent to fight the fire in Santa Rosa 9 days ago.
Berkeley firefighters thought they were responding to a grass fire, but instead they drove into an inferno. This was a Kmart, and this fireball, a gas station.
I can actually feel that heat.
This rare account of the first moments on scene were recorded by firefighter Mike Shukin.
I think the first thing we were feeling was sort of disbelief. This is over 100 homes.
What was it that you were looking at that just took your breath away?
We're expecting to see a row of houses, a structure, a school, something we could save. You know, that was the most discouraging part, because that's what we do. We go out and we help people. At that point, there was no one to help.
There was nothing left.
Nothing but homes that had vanished, homes that were vaporized.
Oh, no. Neighborhoods eviscerated on the ground now look like grids of gray ash from the air. Oh my gosh, you can't even tell that there were houses here. We saw the scope from the sky in a National Guard helicopter.
This literally looks like a bomb hit this neighborhood.
But there was one bright spot. Shukin's team stopped the flames from advancing.
That was the greatest moment, when we finally found that row of houses where we said, this is it. This is where we can make a difference. We can stop this fire from spreading further.
Firefighter Shukin was struck by the random path of the fire. It obliterated homes like this one while leaving the ones just next door completely untouched. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Santa Rosa, California.
That is incredible video.
Wow.
To see that. Well, Aaron is back to talk about the good, the bad, and the wet forecast that's ahead for western Montana. Later, where Montana now stands on the Real ID issue.
And some University of Montana employees have a decision to make about their futures with the new severance package on the table. We'll hear more coming up on MTN.